In this vast universe, there exists inexplicable life forms that we cannot perceive. Oh, I can just turn off subtitles. It says it right here. Aliens and multidimensional organisms inhabiting an astral body. Someday, one such existence may decide to descend upon this planet. Oh, there's a narrator. I don't have to read it. Oh, Tracing Academy at night. I had some business to attend to, but then I heard a sound from overhead. If something had happened with the HVAC system, it'd be a big problem. I borrowed a key from the night staff and hurried to the roof to see what happened. And there, on the roof, was a girl I didn't recognize. Those were Uma Musume ears, but the shape seemed a little off. Wait, she's an alien? No matter who it was, even an Uma Musume couldn't jump to the roof of a locked school building. Just who was this girl? My voice was shaky out of fear. My words, I didn't get to read it in time. Communication.
Neo Universe と交信してみる。それがインティなら。
Neo Universe, was that this girl's name? I felt like I could somewhat understand her words. When she and Uma Musume are some mysterious life form shaped like an Uma Musume. Either way, it seemed like we were on the same wavelength. In that case, what are you doing here?
断絶を埋めていたの。来訪した音階はお気に入りだから。
I like her voice.
真相への共鳴は安らぎになるよ。
It's very calm and peaceful. Repair the discontinuity. I didn't know what that meant, and I don't know what would happen after that, but the girl herself didn't seem to be harmful to those around her.
あなたの所属は養成者。
Yes, I'm a trainer.
トレーナ
Yeah, me.
ーと呼ばれている。
I don't have an Uma Musume that I'm responsible for, but when I told her I was a trainer,
トレーナー合致する存在ならば求めるをしたい。競合の観測。いえ、その先へとさらに永続する。
yeah, I really like her
観測
voice.
にとどまらない。
It's so soothing.
ギティ。
It seemed like she was requesting something of me, however, she seemed unable to properly put it into words. The girl who looked like an Uma Musume, Neo Universe, just what was it that she
ま
wanted?
ずは具現。歌詞であるをすること。それをしなければ軌道に乗るができない。
Neo Universe looked up to the sky. I looked up as well, wondering what was up there. When I tried to tell her I don't see anything, she was nowhere to be seen, as if she had disappeared into the rift in space-time. Neo Universe, had she even really existed, or had I just been imagining things? Several days after that, at a mock race.
今日は結構有力な子たちが出るのよね。
ああ、どんなレースになるのか楽しみだ。中でも
Oh, there she is.
誰？
That girl, Neo Universe, has suddenly appeared at the racetrack, and then...
競争をする。ネオユニバースはストゥーだ。シナプスを獲得する。
Everyone was stunned as she walked out on the turf, and so the mysterious girl unexpectedly entered the race. Wait, you can just do that? You can just walk up there and race? You don't have to, like, sign up or anything?
言ってることがよくわからないんだけど、つまりあなたも模擬レースに参加したい
Oh, it's a mock
ってこ
race.
と？
That's probably why.
アファーマティブ。そう。
Neo Universe was expressing interest in participating in the mock race, and when she did...
誰？あの子。ウマ娘よね。でも服装が。
ああ、ジャージじゃないし、顔も見たことないな。それになんか雰囲気も。
Why is she so mysterious? It seemed like people were suspicious of her. As far as I could tell, Neo Universe wasn't dangerous. She's just extremely mysterious. Just how would her run go? Together with a sense of uncertainty, the gate opened.
スタートはネガティブ。サテライトに取り囲まれている。前方に3、側方、後方に各2。元凶は積んでいるね。離脱はできる。でも今は不要。感性のままただ流れに乗って。
へえ、動かないのか。普通は少しでもいい位置を取ろうとジタバタするもんだけど。
落ち着いたレースさばきね。本当にデビュー前の馬娘なの？
It was like she was an experienced racer, avoiding unnecessary actions. It seemed like Neo Universe's intelligence was quite high. Oh, she did her wit training, and then the final straight.
これはアルタイの断崖。どこにも出られない。
おいおい、最悪の展開だぞ。第4コーナーを回っても囲まれたままなんて。
ええ、前が完全に壁になってる。これじゃ抜け出しようが。
She strategizes while racing. Neo Universe's path to victory was closed. Like this, it was almost certain that things wouldn't end well.
このインシデントは基地。ネオユニバースは前にも見た。スターフルイド。物質は常に流動する。だから。
Oh, there she goes.
消えた。
Wait, she's that fast?
一体どこに？
For just a moment, Neo Universe seemed to disappear, and then
あの狭い間を抜けてきたの？嘘でしょ？何この子の走り？
wait, she can warp? From a distance, it almost seemed like space had distorted. No, maybe she really... Is that even allowed?
あの子、今なんかおかしくなかったか？
どこをどう通ったのか後でいろいろ聞きたいわ。
She had completely caught their interest, probably in the worst sense possible. Everyone nearby became restless. The amazement was slowly turning into a murmurs of unease.
最先着だね。頭さ。言葉では通じ合えない。でもランデブー。走れば分かり合える。並べば意識はコネクトし、思いは共有できる。
Ref, do something. She's warping space-time. There's like, oh no, what do? We don't have a rule that bans space warps.
このつながりがネオユニバースを。
ねえ、そこのあなた、ちょっといい？勝ったのはすごいけど、最後の直線少し変じゃなかった？
だよね。まるでワープでもしたみたい。そんなはずない。
Oh,
ない
she
け
has
ど、
warp shoes.
もしかしたらシューズに細工とか。
悪いけど少し検査させてもらえるかな。模擬レースとはいえ、もし何らかのレギュレーション違反があるなら。
Oh,
周り
they
に
don't like
人
it.
が。これは引力。ネオユニバースは様々なエグジスタンスを引きつけて、でもこのつながりは喜びを想起させない。エイビス。
The universe was surrounded by quite a lot of people, but seemed nervous. At this rate, she might be taken away. They would probably investigate several things about her. As a result, maybe they would come to understand her. It would be fine if that was all, but maybe the investigation would escalate further. It was possible they'd end up asking her things she didn't want to answer.
またしてもアルタイの断崖。ネオユニバースはどこへ？
Over here, Neo Universe.
あなたは。
Hurry!
どこへ？ちょっと
Quick,
ちょっ
warp
と
out
待
of
って。
there! In a panic, we left that place. For now, I need to take her to a safe place.
なぜ救助を？
Because you're not a bad person. I had no idea what she was. Since she's harmless, then obviously I want to help her. That was it. Oh, Zeno
今
Rob
レ
Roy.
ースをしていた馬娘はまさかユニさん？どうしてみんなに追いかけられて。追跡者の信号はロスト。ネオユニバースは明確にしたい。あなたは私をどう処遇？
I'm not even sure what it is I want to do, but at the very least, I wanted Neo Universe to understand me. Who are you and what do you want to do? If I didn't know at least that much, then I couldn't help her. Even if she wouldn't reveal her true identity, I wanted to at least know her goal.
何がしたい？ネオユニバースは消化をしたい。そのために自己理解、そして奉公。
It seemed like there was something she wanted to do, but I had no clue what she meant. Was it difficult to put into words?
まずはあなたと対話したい。
Oh, she wants to just have a chat with us. Got it. At the very least, I understood those words. Neo Universe was seeking an interaction between us, which meant we would have to understand each other. I decided to take her to see places she probably had never been or never seen outside of school. First to a ramen shop. Ramen! This is Tonkatsu Ramen.
コツラーメン。
Oh, she's summoning the ramen gods?
食べ物だね。食したことはないけれど。
It seemed like the concept of food was something she was familiar with. After starting with the basics, next was
ここは形容所。
right, it's a zoo.
異種生物をめでるところ。可愛いを見るとネオユニバースは高揚、つまりワクワクになるよ。
You like animals,
アフ
huh?
ァーマティブ好き。
Oh, she likes animals. Seems like we were gradually beginning to understand each other. She was even able to show me something like a slight smile.
今日は楽しいをした。
Yeah, me too. I was able to make more progress than I expected. Her words have become easier to understand, so now maybe I could get a clearer answer about what she was and what she wanted to do. Neo Universe, you?
ユニさん？ユニさんですよね。
Her voice is so calming and nice whispers. Yeah, I know. Her voice is so soothing. At that moment, another Uma Musume came running up to us.
やっぱりさっき走っているのを見かけたもので。私です。ゼンノロブロイです。図書委員の。
I don't know why, but every time I see Zeno Rob Roy, I don't think that she's a horse girl. For some reason, she kind of looks like a rabbit girl to me. I don't know if that's just me. I don't know what it is, but I swear she looks like a rabbit to me rather than a horse girl.
ゼンノロブロイ。その存在は基地。
Is it her long ears? Maybe that's why she reminds me more of a rabbit. Maybe it's because of her long ears.
お世話になっています。だね。はい、もちろんです。だってユニさんはトレセン学園の生徒ですから。
I finally got my first bit of information about this mysterious girl in front of me. Neo Universe was an Uma Musume from Traisen Academy.
制服。これも保持。
Oh, she can just change her clothes like that? Seeing her like that, I was convinced in the end Neo Universe was just an ordinary Traisen Academy student. No, she wasn't ordinary. Her behavior was too eccentric for that. Just what kind of Uma Musume was she?
ユニさんについてですか？
Uni-san.
ユニさんは少し不思議な馬娘。言葉遣いがやや難しいので、クラスなどではお一人でいらっしゃることも多いようで。でも私はしばしばお話しさせていただくことがあるんです。図書委員ですので。ユニさん、よく図書室にいらっしゃいますから。 ユニさん、私ユニさんとはたくさん話しましたけど、走るところは今日初めて見ました。なんというか、とても素晴らしい走りでした。
Oh, she got inspired by her
私
warping
の憧れ
run.
る英雄の走りとはまた違う高次元の判断力と言いますか。
Oh, and her high level of awareness.
特に最終直線のスパート、お見事でした。
She straight
迷い
away
なく
spurt.
壁の隙間に飛び込んで一瞬消えたように見えるほどで。
It was like she disappeared, which means as expected, she didn't actually disappear, which means Neo Universe was just an Uma Musume with a slightly peculiar personality. I guess I was just overthinking things. Oh, so she didn't warp at all. She was just that good. But there were still several other things that were on my mind I still didn't know that Neo Universe wanted to do, and on top of that, that day, that encounter on the roof, if she hadn't come from the sky, just how did she get on the locked roof?
トレーナーさん、どうかしましたか？
There was one thing I was curious about, but maybe this topic was better to discuss in private between the two of us. Neo Universe, can you come with me? After parting ways with Zeno Rob Roy, the two of us headed towards a particular place. Was it the zoo? Oh, the roof at night, the place I made first contact with Neo Universe. That day, how did Neo Universe get on the to the roof? The door should have been locked.
マーティクス。マーティクスだったんだ。ネオユニバースは最初。
Another fragmented word, but I was somehow able to figure it out. Perhaps on that day, Neo Universe was... Were you here with someone else? Seems like that was the case. Even if Neo Universe herself couldn't unlock the door, there were plenty of people that could. Right, for example...
あの夜、私は。
Obviously, there were several different people that would be able to unlock the door to the roof. Right, for example... It was me. The whole time. If it was a trainer, we all could, just like I did on that night. Any trainer could ask the night staff for a key. Maybe on that night, Neo Universe was... Were you with a different trainer? Wait, was it really me?
回想。
Eh?
回想。X デーの更新記録。
ネオユニバース来てくれてありがとう。話したいことっていうのはね、あなたとの正式なトレーナー契約についてよ。やっぱり
Aw, she got turned down by another trainer? That's why she was on the roof?
未締結。
How dare they?
推奨される。それはスピードが足りないから。
あなたの才能は認めてる。初めて走りを見たときに、この子は日本ダービーに行くって思ったもの。でもあなたとは意思の疎通がうまくできない。何を言っているのか感じているのか正直わからない。
Then try to understand her. How dare you? Poor Neo Universe.
実はあなたより前に契約を申し出てくれた馬娘
And
がいる
then
の。
she even
彼
cheated
女
on
への
her.
義理も果たしたい。だからどちらかを選ばなきゃいけないなら、ごめんね、本当に。トレーナーにはなれないけど、あなたの成功祈ってるから。
Can't believe she would do this. To summarize what happened with Neo Universe, another trainer had called her here to refuse her contract. However... And what was that UFO sound? A mysterious sound that came from the rooftop. Just what was that sound?
UFO の音。もしかしてこれ
That sound?
ネオユニバースがお気に入りにした曲なんだ。これを聞くと
Wait, was
断
she
絶がうまい
not an alien the entire time, but instead just a regular horse girl that's a little odd? And everyone jumped to conclusions? Is that what's happening? Her favorite song intro, so when listening to this music, the discontinuity, in other words, the sorrow in her heart is soothed.
ネオユニバースはつながって走るをしたかった。言葉はクート。でも走ればコネクトできる。他の個体にも感じてもらえるからネオユニバースはただ求めるをしたかった。だけどストゥーだ。
The words were spoken solemnly. I could somehow understand that after spending so much time together, I could understand her better. We're slowly learning. Neo Universe was not some mysterious life form. She was an Uma Musume that sought to connect with others by running, aiming for something beyond that. But she was cut off at the first hurdle just because it was too hard to communicate. That was probably the kind of unfortunate Uma Musume that she was. You seek a connection, right?
アファーマティブ。軌道がない。
Nah, you're gaslighting me. Neo, you're an alien Uma just like Tazana's actually an rip.
見えないの。ネオユニバースはデフォルトに戻るをしたくない。
I don't know what lies in store for this girl as she continues forward. Would she find meaning? However, she desired to reach out. Just that alone was enough. With just that, she would create that connection.
力。
Yeah, just like this. I held my hand out in front of me. I was sure it was a hand sign common to all countries. No, the entire universe.
コネクト。コペルニクス的展開。アーセムがラムダに光にスフィーラ。とてもスフィーラだね。
Sufera?
スフィーラ。
What's Sufera? I didn't understand the concept behind that word, but Neo Universe. Faint smile conveyed her intentions. I'd welcome you. And so I formally signed a trainer contract with Neo Universe.
トレーナー。ネオユニバースはほうれん草するね。天下から
And now we're gonna
上昇
train her to be the
曲線だ
best.
よ。
Yeah, you're doing great.
あのコンビなんか変わってるよね。どうして会話通じるのかな。
さあでも
Wait, why is her mouth moving as if she's
思
talking?
ったよりいい子さ。少しイメージ
Is she
変
a
わったっていうか
ventriloquist too? It seems like the misunderstandings are starting to clear up, right? Neo Universe was not some mysterious life form. She was just a slightly eccentric Uma Musume. From now on, for the same dream, we'd be...
お疲れ様です。トレーナーさん、ユニさん。あれ？今、ユニさんと一緒じゃありませんでしたか？確かここに。
We should have been together, but Neo Universe was nowhere in sight. Maybe we couldn't rule out that she was a mysterious life form after all.
この広大な宇宙に
Oh, the narrator's back.
我々には観測できない未知の生命体が存在する。
She
降り立
warped
ったばか
away.
りの聡明な来訪者がこの星に何をもたらすのかはまだ誰にもわからない。
あ、これもまた流動するね。
It had been a while since I had become Neo Universe's trainer. Training was going well and there was no problems. However,
エクスペディション。ネオユニバースの機関と
wait, we're going on an expedition?
その先
Where are we going?
T 指標はまだ。
It was rough. If I asked a question, I would get an answer, but it took me time to decipher it. When I think about it, since I met her,
ネオユニバースと交信してみる？それがインティなら。
In any case, she was a mysterious Uma Musume. If it was something she wanted understood, I could somehow grasp the meaning. It still felt far away from the true meaning, though. It would be great if I could understand Neo Universe better. We need a Neo Universe translator.
観測できない。あなたは養成者、トレーナーと呼ばれる存在。ネオユニバースを軌道に乗せるため導く人。合ってる？
That is correct. Rather than a question for me, it almost sounded like she was asking herself. However, I was answering the one looking directly at me.
なのに観測できない。ダークマター、正体不明、定まらない。
Is she saying that she doesn't understand me? I tilt my head confused. Similarly, Neo Universe also tilts her head, also confused. But now that she said it right, I had tried to understand Neo Universe, but I had never tried to have her understand me. Oh, we don't understand each other. It feels like an encounter with the unknown. As if trying to search for something, Neo Universe was looking straight at me. I acknowledged her gaze, hoping that we could understand each other. It doesn't matter what it is. I wanted to understand. Even worries about training would be fine. If there was something she wanted to talk about, even if it was trivial, I wanted to know. As for my part, I'd answer as many questions as she wanted. I told her what I wanted to talk a lot so we could come to a mutual understanding. I like her hair. Yeah, I like her hair and her design. It's really nice. And her voice.
相互理解。今よりもっと対話する？
Yeah, let's. Wait, does she want us to like touch our fingertips together? Will we come to an understanding?
それはアファーマティブ。よろしくをするね。
She looked a little embarrassed. Was that my imagination? Maybe I would be able to understand Neo Universe much more now. Let's deepen our mutual understanding. It had been a little while since that conversation. A normal day thinking about future training menus, organizing documents, planning future races. After finishing that, having lunch, going to the cafeteria and exchanging information and making small talk with colleagues. A normal day except for one thing. I just find extremely funny that they literally went, this horse girl, she's straight up breaking the fourth wall. Oh, and she's also an alien. Have fun. Don't question it too hard. Yeah, they kind of just threw her at us and was just like, here, figure it out. And then we go, okay, well, we love her anyway. I can feel someone's gaze. I already knew who it was, though, because inevitably she would enter my view. However...
ウォールトの雲、特別はない。人の行動、けれど観測できない。概念あるけれど特定不可。
I suppose she was just observing, so I didn't do anything to try and stop her, but... Oh, she's trying to understand us. But if she was going to do this several days in a row, it was rather a good idea to talk to her, rather, since we have the chance. Want to come closer?
ビッグバン、気づかれた。
Wait, so we're trying to understand her, and she's trying to understand us.
ドキドキしてる。安定を。隣だね。そばで観察を続ける。
Saying that Neo Universe once again continued staring at me. Although it was difficult to understand her words, it was probably possible to understand her actions.
メティ。
Met?
トレーナーは 軌道を読もうとしている。もっとよく観察。見逃せば流星になる。
As if to make sure she missed nothing, her restless gaze continued to focus on me. When I first met her, it seemed like she had this unique atmosphere that had made her seem aloof and out of reach, but now, seeing her like this, she seemed more like an innocent, curious puppy, though thinking that might be a little rude. Looking at Neo Universe like that, I couldn't help but smile. Wanna go somewhere? Oh, we're gonna go back to the zoo? Today we're... Oh, that's her.
学園の外、いつもと違う。だからトレーナーも、トレーナー、ネオユニバース
Oh,
は
she wants to go on a walk,
散歩を求めるしたい。
not the zoo. On Neo Universe suggestion, we decided to go for a walk. For now, we decided to just pick a random store. Ooh, I see that bakery in the back. There was no particular conversation, though. Any questions?
説明はできない事象。事故での解決が必要。
I see. Probably meant I want to solve this myself. I guess there was definitely something bothering her, but it didn't seem to be a serious issue. Ooh, we're starting to speak Neo Universe. If that's the case, then there's no reason to worry. Leaving the shopping mall, we continued the leisurely stroll. Where to next?
飲料水が必要。
Oh, she requires
北
hydration?
極星は見えないけれど目的地はある。
And then she can get gourmand. I'm thirsty. It's probably what she meant. That was easy to understand. So easy I couldn't help but smile.
未知だね。導きはスムーズ。トレーナーの周期は
Neo Universe finished drinking her juice. She was probably asking if this was my favorite shop or how often I came. Judging by her expression, it was probably the latter. Once in a while, I guess. Wait, we're even starting to be able to read her mind just by her looking at us? We can understand what she wants to ask us?
そう。
Seems like I was correct.
BSC 水面に口を出してる。補給が必要？
I looked out into the lake and saw fish gathered at the surface. No doubt she was asking, do they want food? They should be selling some nearby. Oh, she wants to feed the fishes.
ネオユニバースは求めるをしたいな。
It really turned out to be an easygoing time, wandering about without a goal in mind. Neo Universe expression had remained unchanged, but was today fun?
楽しい。
Trainer is synchronizing his brainwaves with hers? Yeah, we're slowly merging our mind into one.
ネオユニバースは楽しいを考えていなかった。
Oh. It didn't seem like she was going to say it wasn't fun. She was thinking about something else. I guess that's what it means? I see. She was really a mysterious girl. She had a unique atmosphere, and sometimes it seemed she had a vague presence, but the current Neo Universe seemed to be struggling with this question. She just seemed like a normal Uma Musume who didn't understand much about herself. I laughed at that gap between personalities.
トレーナーはいつも考えるをする。
Oh no, she's aware
必ず
that we talk to ourselves in our brain.
不思議だね。他の人とは違う。真空は訪れない。
I once again felt a gaze. Once again, it was from the Uma Musume in front of me. Communication might not be smooth, but this was fine in its own way. We should probably head back.
アファーマティブ。ネオユニバースはトレーナーとカイルをするよ。
It seemed like this would be kind of fun. It was the last day of summer training camp today. Once again, I'm being stared at. She's staring into our soul. I've gotten used to this situation as well, so whenever I felt that gaze on me, I would always respond like this.
まだ
Observation complete. Neo Universe responded, she seemed to be having fun. Actually, I had also been trying to observe Neo Universe. I tried telling a joke like that.
ネオユニバースを観測トレーナーが
Yeah. Oops, if someone heard those words, they might get the wrong idea. Just as a trainer, I was trying to get to know the Uma Musume I was in charge of. I panicked, telling her I didn't mean anything strange by it. Oh, she's receiving a signal.
アファーマティブ
Neo Universe has nodded her head. It seems like I was able to make her understand. Probably. I could hear festival music off in the distance. Right about now, the Uma Musume participating in the training camp were probably heading to the festival. I'm glad the skies are clear. Lately, the nights have been cloudy and I haven't been able to see the stars. It was the last day and I could see a night sky that couldn't be seen in the city. Suddenly, I remembered the night Neo Universe was on the rooftop looking up at the sky.
早く早く、お祭りお祭り。
Ooh, a
合
festival.
宿頑張ったもんね。最後くらい遊ぶぞ。うんうん、屋台制覇したい。
Oh, she's looking at the heavens instead of at us.
後年届かないでも昨日より今日は
Good, there you are.
あ
Neo Universe spotted me and then came running. Good, I thought she might have already headed out. Neo Universe stood in front of me as I caught my breath.
トレーナ
Do you have any plans
ー
tonight?
ネオユニバースはトレーナーを探索してただからトレーナーと一緒に
Then it all works out. I found a secret place. Wouldn't it be funny if she just puts on a boxing glove and then punches us in the face? I brought Neo Universe to the seaside far away from a festival music. You can see the stars from here. The stars sparkled in Neo Universe's eyes. With the way the starry sky reflected off of the ocean, it almost felt like we were floating in
ト
space.
レーナーはネオユニバースを観測したのうん着陸はしないと思ったでもトレーナーはフライバイ軌道は惑星じゃなく
Yeah, Neo Universe had wanted to see the stars. I had no doubts that that was what she wanted. In the end, it seems like I was correct, but there was also the possibility that she wanted to go to the festival. My feelings of wanting to show her this and my feelings of wanting to see this together with her aligned, though I may have been a bit forceful.
ネオユニバースは
Aw, we made her happy.
そわそわしてるこれは嬉しいだね
Oh, look at that little smile.
観測はまだけれど同期したみたいワクワクするよ希望がやってくるみたいに目を閉じて眩しいか
Yeah,
ら
what do you mean close your eyes? It'll be
ゆ
bright.
っくり
What is she doing? I closed my eyes as she said, and when I heard a small voice say, open them, it was almost like the galaxy. I could still feel the ground below me. I think I was sure it was just an illusion, being completely engulfed by the stars in Neo Universe. But she had just told me that it would be bright, which meant this was an overwhelming scene before my eyes, one that would make my feet unsteady.
ここにいるよ
Neo Universe stood before me as if supporting me. Her eyes were focused on me, watching my reaction, but filled with anxiety and anticipation. Thank you. Wait, is she blushing? Oh, that is super adorable. I didn't care if this was an illusion, if this was real or an illusion. Whatever it was, I was feeling elated. Neo Universe seemed to be fidgety and a little shy. Perhaps it was just my imagination. I was able to observe you. Oh, this is such a cute scene. Neo Universe showed me a smile, one filled with innocence and felt as if it was just like the stars. Oh, that was really good. Let's drop a like on that and a sub.